Hello dear student. In this unit, we will also focus on communicative approach. In pedagogical methods, there are two approaches. First one is communicative approach and second one is structural approach. We will see what is meant by communicative approach. As per the Dale Holmes, the purpose of teaching language is the communicative competence. He was believing that if the teacher of language is teaching something to the student must be the part of communication. By teaching such type of languages, there should be communicative competence of the students. So that language is also known as vehicle for expression of meaning. Why do we speak? Because we transfer all our feelings, ideas, thoughts through the language itself only. So that the main aim is to transmit meaningful ideas, information, attitudes, thoughts from one person to another. This is the specialty of language. So that for the development of the language is done by mastery of the various skills of listening, speaking, reading and writing. Means if you are there to learn English language, then for enriching your foreign language or English language, you must be well versed with these four fundamental skills where these will help you to become a good writer, become a good reader, good speaker, good listener. So that these four fundamental skills are interrelated to each other. If we want to get communicative competence, then here are some principles and characteristics of communicative approach. The language is a system for expression of meaning. So that the language which is spoken between two persons, the languages spoken by many people in the world, they are really the expression for meaning. And it is also another characteristics of language, that is the primary function is interaction and communication. Means for the purpose of interaction between two persons, many people, if the interactions between students and student and with teachers and teachers with teachers, and if there will be a effective communication on the basis of interaction. So that language is integral part of interaction and communication. The language's primary units are not merely its grammatical and structural features, but also its categories of functional and communicative meaning. Means apart from, for a while, if we neglect grammatical and structural feature, then what is the main function of language? There should be communication. Okay, means the person who wants to communicate something must be understood by the person before him or before her. So that in this communicative approach, it includes listening, speaking, reading and writing. Means it should be the aim of teaching such type of language that learner must be fluent as well as accurate in their use of the target language. Although this language is foreign language for us, but by adding this type of approach in the classes, students get fluency. They are about to make accurate use of this type of language in the classes or outside the classes or with the students. So that this must be the attitude that this language learning must be independent one, or independence should be given to the student, or focus is made to language learning independent. It depends upon person to person in what way he learns. And principle is that another characteristics of this communicative approach it makes the learner use the language accurately and appropriately. Accuracy and appropriateness is different things. Although these two are different things, but it must be a habit of the particular speaker that he know what is accuracy and what is meant by appropriateness, so as to communicate his idea, communicate his feeling or his message. So that in this communicative approach, as a teacher or as a student teacher, you should know about the techniques, that is language games. In this language game, many puzzles are there, riddles are there. Okay, means there is a sequence of sentences. Language game should be used by the teacher so that there will be formation of communication. After that, the mind engaging task. In this one, you may ask them question, you may give them any problem, and students are expected to give the proper solution. And another technique is that the role play where they will enact of particular content, and so that the atmosphere of English will be created, and while arranging pair work and group work, student will be more active in the communication. After that, retrieving the text order means that some sort of text should be given and students are there to give the proper order to the text. Means as a teacher, you should have these techniques with you to make all your students fluent in English language. They must be more accurate and they have the appropriateness while having or doing such type of techniques or taking part in such type of techniques. Then, what are the merits of this communicative approach? The communicative approach develops the communicative skill as they learn to transmit meaningful messages. Means, why should we learn any language? Because the aim of every language or any language is to pass the messages. Whether it is in written form, whether it is in oral form, whether it is in graphical form. So that communicative approach really helps in this matter. Then one can express one's thoughts and ideas. Every person has his own idea or thought with him or with her, so that language the great mean to express himself. It is more practical and active way of learning a language. Means if the person, one who keeps such type of practice in his life, and she will be the active person or this type of practical and active way of learning such type of languages will be meaningful one. So that by using such type of communicative approach, students will collect or they will come across with different type of vocabulary which is used at day-to-day life or which is used in real time. So that because of adding or because of using this type of communicative approach, student can develop their confidence. And as far as their communicative approach is concerned, the scope should be given to the students and they should be asked or they must be instructed that be the active part or take the active participation in activities like drama. If there is debate competition, elocution competition or role play, they should be used by the teachers, or all teachers of languages have to do such type of things in schools or colleges, so that all your LSRW skills should be given equal weightage and importance. Means these four fundamental skills are really helpful in learning of any language, so that student will be more self-reliant and they will be able to handle the errors. Whatever problems will create, definitely they will take out the particular solution. As per the merits, there are some demerits also. It is not possible for overcrowded classes. As you know that the Indian scenario, the classroom situations of Indian schools, we say that all the students are there and this type of approach should be used with the student, those who are limited in numbers. But it is not possible for Indian classes. But somewhere, as a teacher, we need to work out for this one. Then it ignores grammar and structure. Means grammar is not taught too well to these students, but it is totally neglected. And this is the most, what do we say, the demerit, that is, no trained teachers are there. Means if you want to make all your students more active in English language, if you want to enrich communicative approach, then trained teachers are not there. Lack of trained teachers. So that cannot be used where students' vocabulary is poor. If the students don't know about the vocabulary, don't know about what should they call, what should they address, then there is no use of this communicative approach. Thank you very much.